Finna show y'all exactly how I went from nothing to building an online business, a global online business, and now working a job for 4 years.
I used to be broke as a joke, now I'm having whatever I like. I still been fighting my demons, it's been one hell of a fight. I'm tired as hell, but I swear that I never get tired of trying. I'm cool as a wind, but I still can't let that nigga cross my line. Fuck what you heard, I don't care who you are. Came from the dirt, now I shine like a star. Ask how I'm doing, I'll tell you I'm fine. Look in my eyes, you can tell that I'm lying. Never thought that I would make it this far. I sing my little song as I play a guitar. Was writing this song and I ran out of time.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 773 Josh, and we are back with another video. Right now, waking up in Atlanta. I don't know, y'all should know that I'm in Atlanta by the time that I drop this specific video. Man, feel good today. Feel very, very good today. And I want to use today's video to talk to you guys about the important things of actually starting a business from a starting point. When I say a starting point, I'm talking about an individual that might not really have a lot of money, might be waking up every single day, working their job, living paycheck to paycheck, trying to really figure it out. I'm going to give you guys the sauce on what I did and why what I did actually even worked for me, to the point to where, I'm 23 right now. I actually haven't worked a job since I was 19 years old. And it's because of a few key factors, I believe. I don't think it's anything that's like too special about me. It's not rocket science. It's not magical. I do give all glory to God for the position that I'm in and for the opportunities that came across and the people that I've had in my life to help me get to where it is that I am right now. But I do feel like there are some simple principles and simple factors that led to me being where it is that I am right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set y'all up over here. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about it. Right, the view is very, very amazing. I know y'all see the floor to ceiling windows, but let me go ahead and turn the camera, show y'all the vibes. All right, it's the view, man. Super duper fire. All right, I just found out yesterday that this building right here, it looks super duper nice at night, but this building right here is a furniture store. They sell $15,000 couches in there. For what reason? I don't know. They got like a bar, and I think they even got like a pool in the back. So it's like, hi, sir. What are you looking to purchase today? I'm looking for a couch. Okay, it's going to take us about an hour to prepare it, load it up for you. So, if you want to go to the pool, you could go hit the pool. If you want to drink, you could hit the, I don't know. It don't make sense to me, but I guess. Rich people, they just do unnecessary rich things, you know what I'm saying? And so this is the other side of the view, right? You got the main street right here. Fire, Peachtree. I'm off the strip, you know what I'm saying? Finna show y'all exactly how I went from nothing to building an online business, a global online business, and now working a job for 4 years while still traveling the world. I think I've been to maybe about 9 or 11 countries since I've started, and I've been all around the United States as well because of my business and through my business. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, I really want to talk about why most people struggle to actually starting a business, right? And usually it's typically because a lot of people kind of jump at what they see other people doing, and they jump at what they see beneficial. So, for example, right now, social media is something that is in everybody's face. You're able to be nosy and see what everybody is kind of doing. But what a lot of people sometimes forget is that social media is all a perception, right? So someone can make a video or take a picture, right? We see a lot of this, and it's a bunch of shipping bags on the ground, and they're landing the shipping bags, and they're like, "Oh, my clothing brand," you know what I'm saying? And so, the perception is like, okay, they booming, they getting all these sales. They could be making all of this money. I need to start a clothing brand. And it's just because you see the life that they're living, you see the things that they're doing, and then you see the perception of what they're trying to show you is what is working for them or what's making it happen. And so, the businesses that I see a lot of people kind of get into is, one, a clothing brand, right? And so when it comes down to a clothing brand, it's something that takes a lot more money than what people try to make it seem. Like, yes, you can luck up with just $500 and, maybe find the right vendor, drop a shirt, and then you able to do pre-orders and stuff like that. But I'm not really making this video for someone who wants to operate off of luck. I'm making this video for the person who is really waking up every single day and like sick and tired of kind of the routine that's not really progressing them for real, because that was me. I didn't have $500 to waste and go off of faith. Like, I didn't have nobody around me who already had successful clothing brands and that could really show me how to do it. And so even more as I done my research on clothing brands, it's a lot that comes with it. It's a lot of scamming that comes with it with different vendors and merchants and whatnot. Not merchants, but manufacturers. And it's a grind at the end of the day. Before you could even really make money off of a clothing brand, you got to put a lot of money out, and you got to already have marketing skills. You already got to have strategy on how you plan to get your product and get your clothes in front of the right people. And a lot of people, they freestyle an idea of how something could work, but it's never really groundbreaking proof and clarity on how it will actually work. It's like a bunch of assumptions and a bunch of possibilities and a bunch of like imagination opposed to like hardcore strategy, if that makes sense. The next thing that I see a lot of people talk about and wanting to do and wanting to get into is real estate. All right. And when it comes down to real estate, the only avenue that you can kind of get into when you don't really have a lot of money is wholesaling. And wholesaling is a long-term game as well. You got to really develop your communication skills. You got to know how to cold call. You got to be willing to put in the time to do a lot of the work to even get good, to then get the sales and close the deals. I'm not saying that these business models aren't worth it. I'm not saying that you can't do these businesses, but I'm going to give you guys how I actually made it possible for myself, and I'm going to give you guys the reason why these other avenues, a lot of people, they start, but not many people finish. A lot of people, they start, they give up. A lot of people start and they don't see much results, and it's because of some of the same common factors of, needing a lot of money to kind of get into it, or needing a lot of skill. And most people who lack the skill, they don't really, when they start something, they don't look at the skill that they lack and understand that that's going to take time, right? They're thinking, okay, the time clock is, when do I start to make money? Not when do I start to get better? And the next and final thing is, a lot of people are also like taking a digital marketing / influencer approach, where they're trying to be content creators and get paid from these social media platforms. But the biggest problem with that is, it's like, okay, what value do you personally offer? Are you an entertainer? Are you an educator? Are you inspirational? And, what's the message and what is it that you want people to actually get from your content? And then you have to take it to new other levels of monetization. It can't just be, oh, Instagram pays me. Instagram will never kind of really pay you enough to just like stop everything else and just post on Instagram, right? TikTok, I've seen people making some good money with TikTok, but still, you don't really want to rely on a social media platform. TikTok literally just shut down the other day. And it's like, what happens to those people who relied on that one stream, that one platform? I feel like YouTube is honestly the most consistent platform that you can actually earn income off of, because it's been around for so long, and there's literally strategies and blueprints out there to grow on YouTube. But in the digital marketing space, a lot of people are actually selling cheap, low value products. They're creating ebooks with ChatGPT. And yeah, it's like, oh, it didn't take me much time to do it, blah, blah, blah. But if you really want to have long-term success, you got to offer something of long-term value, if that makes sense. You want something to where you're not getting over on people. They're actually happy with what they're getting, and that's going to allow your business to expand and grow even more, because now they're enjoying what they have, and you might not even have to pay for advertisement as much, because people will advertise for you. You get what I'm saying? And so And so in those specific avenues, it honestly may not provide the freedom and the income that you may be seeking from a starting point of what's really possible in your first 90 days, your first year in business, right? And so the next part of what I actually really want to talk about to get into the nitty gritty is the misconception of self-employment versus a true business owner, right? So when it comes down to self-employment, a person who is self-employed is still exchanging their time for money. And I'm going to give you guys a few examples, right? Like your barbers, your hairstylists. I used to resell sneakers, right? I go to Travis Scott's right now. And it's like you can make money doing it for sure. But you only earn money when you're putting your time in towards the work. And if the work isn't getting done, then money isn't coming in. A business owner has systems working for them, which means they can be chilling and their business could be growing. They could be chilling and money is being made, right? They could be chilling and there's outside sources that are ensuring that the business is growing, running, and actually earning income. So I want to talk to you guys about something before fully diving into what it is that I do and give you guys a solution of, the problem of like, okay, I'm working, and I want to get to this point. And this is something called the four-way cash flow quadrant. I learned this back in 2020, and this is what truly woke me up to understanding what it really takes to become successful and what it really takes to become financially free. And so there's four major quadrants, right? Think of a box, right? And then we're going to break this box into four. There's four categories. The first category are your employees. The second category are your self-employed people. These people are on the left-hand side of the box, right? Now, this left-hand side of the box, employees make up 60% of the world's population, right? Self-employed people make up 35% of the world's population. 95% of the world's population is on the left side of the quadrant. And they're only having access to 5% of the world's wealth available, okay? Then you have the other side, right? You have your business owners and your investors. Your business owners make up 4% of the world's population, and your investors make up 1% of the world's population. And when it comes down to a business owner is someone who has systems in place that are working for them. An employee, they go to work. They work for the boss. They work for, they're listening to their manager. They're working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever the case may be. And based off of the time that they give their job, they get a paycheck every week or bi-weekly. Your self-employed people, they have maybe a skill, or maybe even they have resources. Maybe they got connections to get the sneakers and they're able to pick up the sneakers. But the biggest challenge with being a sneaker reseller is you need a lot of money to do this. Like, I literally started off on Facebook buying and selling beat up shoes, cleaning them up, restoring them, trading one shoe for two shoes for one shoe that was better than the two, and then the one for another shoe that was better than that one with a video game attached to it, so that I could get a higher, like I was selling all type of stuff like with sneaker sales to try to build myself up that ladder to have enough income to be able to go to the store and get 10 pairs and flip those 10 pairs, So it's a lot of time, effort, and work that takes to become self-employed. And you're still limited with how much money you can make because you only have so much time in a day to do that self-employed work. Now, your business owners, they really break out of that cycle of exchanging their time for money. And that is simply because a business owner has systems. So for me, for example, when I was reselling sneakers, you guys, I've been an employee and a self-employed person before I became a business owner. I was working at Amazon, making money for my job. I was doing DoorDash. DoorDash was it was like self-employment, right? Instacart was self-employment, meaning I didn't have to listen to nobody. I went to pick up orders when I wanted to. Same thing for reselling sneakers, self-employment, right? And so the challenge was that I was doing all of these self-employment things, right? And which only required me. And I only had 24 hours in a day. So yeah, I could go make money doing DoorDash. Yeah, I could go make money doing Instacart. Yeah, I could make money reselling sneakers. But when I was doing one, I couldn't do the other, right? So I was trying to stretch myself and duplicate myself into more than one person, when at the end of the day, I'm still only one person with 24 hours. So instead of trying to duplicate myself, you gotta think like a business owner, and you gotta add people to the mix to help you reach the goals that you actually have. So the solution right now for you is finding something that can offer you a low cost startup, a low cost entry, but a high reward business model. Something that, you don't have to pay the thousands of dollars to start that clothing brand launch. You don't need 5K to go to Foot Locker and pick up as many shoes as you can, then drive an hour away to another Champs or Foot Locker, pick up more shoes. You don't need, to get the hair shipped there from China and spend all of this money before you even make something up front. Right? So I want to talk to you guys about leveraging, right? This is what business owners are very skilled at doing, leveraging, right? What you want to do is you want to leverage systems like technology. You want to automate. You want to automate things. You want to have, teams. You want to have people around you, right? There's a very famous quote that says, I would rather have 1% effort from 100 people opposed to just 100% effort of myself. Let's just take this and do like a little thing real quick. So let's say, right, there are 100 cars around, right? Let's say it's 100 cars. Let's say that parking lot right there has 100 cars. A business owner's mindset is going to be, okay, let's say that you got to figure out your goal first, right? Let's say the goal is to get 100 cars from that parking lot to that parking lot, and you'll make a lot of money doing that. Self-employed and employees like that guy down there, right? I don't know if he's an employee or not, but let's just say he gets in that car. He gets in the cars and he looks to drive each car one by one from this parking lot to that parking lot. You got street lights that's going to be in the way. You got traffic in the way. Imagine how much time it will take for him to get in that car and drive 100 cars from that parking lot to that parking lot. Now imagine if he went to this building over here and told 100 people, this is the goal, this is what I need, are you willing to come and help me? 100 people leave that building, they go and walk down the street, walk across the street, they go over to that building right there, and each one of those 100 people get in a car, and they all just line up and pull these cars out one by one. Every green light, they probably gonna move at least 20 cars, 15 cars. So imagine that can be done within about 30 minutes to an hour max. Him doing it by himself, oh yeah, that's gonna take him all day long. And then guess what? When he drops that car off over there, he has to walk all the way back. When if it was 100 people, no one would have to walk back because the job is already done. So that was like a quick analogy for how business owners think, right? They're not focusing on, okay, I'm going to leverage my 24 hours. I'm going to leverage every inch of my energy and every inch of my being to try to get success and become rich and wealthy. No, business owners make money one of three ways, or maybe even multiple of the three. The first one is hiring people to do the work. Like I said, that guy could say, man, I got $5,000, or let's just say, boom, right, 100 cars. Let's say valet, for example. Valet is like $20 here in Atlanta, right? So let's say 100 cars, $20 per valet. Boom, right? And then $20. So let's say this guy says, look, I'll pay you $5, right, for you to come move a car for me, right? He pay 100 people $5. That's $500, right? 100 people $5. All I gotta do is move this parked car from here to here. Like, I might help you, bro. I'm not even tripping. It ain't that big of a deal. Like, it's right across the street. I got you. And I might get a chance to drive a little Maserati right across the street. Cool. I'm taking the $5, right? This is how people at their jobs work. $5 per hour, $8 per hour, $10 per hour. That's not taking an hour of work, right? That's taking about 15 minutes. So Whether you think somebody will do that or not, people will do that. All you got to do is make it make sense. So he goes over there and he tells people, look, I want to hire you $5. It's going to take you about 10 minutes. I want you to move this car across the street from me. He's making $20 every car. So he's profiting $15 for every car that is getting moved from one part of the street to the other part of the street. Let's say $15 times the 100, right? He still is going to make $1,500. He's made $1,500 from using other people. Now, he could have made the whole 1,000 by himself. But guess what? It would have took him forever. Now, let's say he completed that job, and now it's another area in the city where he can now tell those 100 people, we're going to go do this again. And he could do it again in the same day, opposed to this would have took him all day to do. Right? So business owners, one, they either hire people to do the work for them. Two, they build and manage a team to help them do the work as well. So he could also say, all right, instead of me finding 100 people, I'm going to save myself some money and I'm going to get in a car and I'm going to drive with y'all. I'm going to lead the way, right? And you also have the ability to make money building a team. Three is utilizing technology and systems to kind of do the work for you. This is automation, right? This is like ads and stuff like that that can bring customers and whatever the case may be to your business. So for me personally, I started thinking about it. I used to ask my homies like, yo, bro, like, you want to come do this reselling business with me, bro? Like, you live on this part of the city. You could pick these shoes up for me. If you want to bring $500 to the table, we could probably get 2 more pairs. I could flip the shoes. I'll do the selling. I just need more sneakers and I need more people around so I could pick these sneakers up, because I would wake up early morning and be in Indiana picking up shoes. Then I drive to this part of Chicago, that part of Chicago, and I still got pairs in the city that I can't even pick up because I'm running the time limit for the release before they just start letting the pairs go to everybody else. So I used to try to bring people together to do this, and at the time it wasn't really working. You know, I didn't have the right people around me who really wanted to do it. And so pretty much from there, you guys, I realized that I needed something different. And in 2020, I was introduced to a business that was able to literally allow me to leverage the resources that they already had created, right? Resources that was already established and people were already benefiting from, for me to be able to start my very own business. So I challenge you guys right now to ask yourself, what is it that people are trying to do right now in this world more than ever? Make more money, create new experiences, and meet and connect and work with the right people. That's what I've realized. And so within these past 4 years, you guys, I've been running a business that gave people resources to learn how to invest within the world's largest markets, gave people resources to learn how to start jumping into e-commerce, drop shipping, giving people resources to be able to travel the world and save a whole lot of money. And you guys literally have the ability to be just like myself and run a business offering these same resources and benefits to people all around the world, building a global business using social media, connecting with the people that you already know, or attracting people that don't even know you but just looking for an opportunity. And so for me, I literally invested a couple of $100s into the business, you guys. I got all of the resources and I was able to see the value in the resources for myself. I was actually able to travel all around the world with the resources that I used to build my travel business. I was able to learn how to invest in the world's largest markets because of the resources that I was able to use to see, like, okay, boom, this is how I can make money. This is how I can learn how to invest. This is why I know what's going on in the investing world. Now I built an online business and I built a community of people who all want to learn how to trade, invest, and, you know, make money in crypto and all of that stuff. And so literally I just simply found the resources, invested a couple of $100s. Then I was able to build an online business, allowing other people to take advantage of the resources that I was able to see for myself, that, like, man, this is valuable, right? And what that allowed me to do within my first month, I literally in 26 days went from making nothing to making an extra $1,000 a month. And that was literally paying me every week like a 9-to-5 job. Then from there, you guys, my community continued to grow, because at that point, early when I first got started, every business kind of starts with you. The guy has to go find the team. You have to go find the team. You have to go find the people who want to do business with you. And that is something that I mentor people and showing them how to actually do, how to build up, how to get to that point. And so I had to find the people who really, really wanted to be successful online business owners. And from there, I was able to actually help them build their own online businesses, and my community started to grow, and I was able to build a global business worldwide within just my first couple of years, where I had people in Sweden, like one of my mentees, Amrin. Amrin lived in Sweden, and I was able to help her build her business to an extra $600 per month. Now, the average income in Sweden, they pretty much make pretty good income, right? But the biggest difference is in Sweden, they get paid to go to college. Here in America, we don't. So they got certain resources in Sweden that kind of made sure that they already are taken care of, in a sense, based off of their government. But the biggest value point of what the business was able to do for Amrin was that in Sweden, they get paid once a month at the end of the month. And this business was able to allow her to get a paycheck every single Friday, leading up to the paycheck that she was already going to get from her job for, I believe she was a teacher, right? And so now this is simply something that, again, is low cost entry. It doesn't take thousands of dollars to get going, right? It doesn't take all of the skill in the world to get good or get results, right? You're literally able to leverage resources, leverage guidance and mentorship, and literally get in at a low cost to be able to earn more than what you even invested to get things going. And so Amr was just one example. I have another individual. Her name was Naya. Naya was a college student at Howard University. And as you guys know, most college students are broke. They don't really have money coming in because they're spending a lot of time on their education and studying, that they don't have the time to go get a job. And if they do get a job, it's usually part-time because they still got to go to class. And so for Naya was able to make an extra $12,000 a year in her online business simply because she was able to come in not knowing nothing at all. Before she started doing business with me, she was literally selling cakes and candies and treats and stuff at school. So I already knew that she had a business mindset. I knew her from high school. She came into the business, you guys, and she really didn't do much initially, but I guided her and I showed her how to get things going. And literally within her first month and a half, she also got to an extra $1,000 a month, which is an additional $12,000 a year. And this is something that she was doing as a college student. So as a starting point, this is also something that does not take all of the time in the world to build up. It's something that you could come in, you could start, and you can get to the point to where it can replace your 9 to 5, and then you could leave your job if that's your desire. Or you could wait till it makes more than your 9 to 5. And so Naya is just one example. I have many examples of people, you guys, who I've been able to work and help, who are literally even older than me, college students, people who just work a job, people who honestly are in search of a job and they were actually able to get some results here because they had enough money to get things going. So I want to go ahead and let you guys know now that it's hard. It's definitely hard. And some of the things that makes the journey to get into entrepreneurship and become a successful business owner easier is having the right people, the right guidance, and the right information around you to really make it possible. When you got somebody that was able to go through the struggles, like I literally, built my business up very quickly, got a lot of quick success, and then I struggled for a little period of time trying to figure out how to get to that next level, how to take my business to the point of earning, because it's possible, earning $10,000 a month, $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. How is it that I could go from starting this business in my bedroom, never traveling for real, not really making much money, and I'm just trying to get it to a point to where it's worth it? And I've done that. I took it to the point to where I started out in my bedroom, then I started traveling all around the world. I've been to Poland, Germany, and working and helping and mentoring people. Right now I'm in Atlanta in this beautiful condo. Right? Traveling the world and showing other people how to truly win is what I've been doing for the past 4 years, you guys. And it's allowed me to be 9 to 5 free since I was 19 years old. So if you are somebody that watched this video, I really wanted to make sure that I educated you and gave you the information to understand why a low-cost entry, high-reward business is important. And, the biggest factor is having something to offer that anyone and everyone can benefit from. Not everybody might want to wear your clothes. Not everybody might want to get their hair done by you. Might not everyone want to buy hair from you. Might not everyone want to buy that candle from you. All right, it's a lot of things that people are doing, but one thing that everybody has in common is they want to become free financially. They want to have enough money to take care of their family. And if you had the resources to help people make more money, travel the world, create the lifestyle that they desire, and connect with the right people and build a business around it, it's something that could be it's something that could be done very simple in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are someone who wants to learn how you can actually start business with me, how I can help you literally get to an extra $1,000 a month within about 30 to 45 days of work is all it truly should take if you have the work ethic. Feel free to contact me in the description box below. Ask me any questions that you may have in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get it.
Nowadays all of my enemies wanna be friends.